now to the investigation of the death of the wife of a South Carolina pastor. She was found dead in an apparent suicide in April, but now federal authorities are assisting.
Welcome to What Happened To. And today we're going to be doing a show for Mica Miller. She was married to a pastor. There's no need to call his name. But the story behind this is Michael committed suicide. I wanted to peek into the energy because everything here is energy. Even when you leave this earth, your energy is still around. I asked for 3 cards for Mica. The deck that I used was the Badass Tarot deck by Harley Spencer. The 3 cards that I got in the Badass Tarot deck were the Hermit, the Page of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands in reverse. When I look at this Hermit, the first thing that I saw was, okay, Mica is feeling alone. She's lonely. Imagine being in life, not knowing you have anybody that has your back, not knowing that people are around you. Even though some of you may feel like, well, we were there for Mica. We were there. We're her family. That doesn't mean Michael felt that way. When I look at Michael's pictures, she's a beautiful woman. But when I look at this Hermit card, I don't think she felt like she was a beautiful woman. Like when you look at that Hermit card and you see that crash dummy sitting there with no skin, no anything on them, that tells me that when Michael thought of herself, she didn't think of herself as beauty. But the crazy part about that is the whole world, from what I can see, thought Michael was beautiful. She was a beautiful woman. But some people struggle with that. So she walked around feeling like she was alone. And a lot of this feeling probably came from her relationship. The things that her husband did, or the things that her husband said, or the ways that her husband made her feel. That energy of that Hermit energy is there because I'm pretty sure it's because of her relationship, because that's kind of how I felt it when I saw it. Because I know that this person shouldn't be feeling like this. When I go into the Page of Pentacles, it's almost like somebody does have that Hermit feeling, but then they get into this mode of, okay, I'm going to pack my things, I'm going to leave into the sunset and go somewhere nice, and I'm going to write my significant other a letter and mail it to them while I go about my merry way and start giving to myself and start giving to somebody or something else. That's what I got from the Page of Pentacles. Maybe Michael started out in that Hermit energy, but she eventually moved into this Page of Pentacles of saying, you know, I am somebody. See, when you see Mica in that Hermit energy, she has no clothes, she has no skin, she's like a crash dummy sitting on a bus. But when she moves into this Page of Pentacles, all of a sudden, she looked in the mirror and she can see herself. I am beautiful. What am I doing here? I'm going to put on my jacket now. I'm going to put on my clothes. I'm going to put on my beanie because the weather might change. I don't know what's going to happen out there in the future. But I'm going to write this letter for my significant other to let them know that I'm okay at least. I'm going to send them a postcard wherever I'm going. But I'm going somewhere that's going to be a vacation in my life. Michael was leaving because she felt alone, but she was trying to go somewhere that was going to be better. That's what this is saying. You got to understand, there's 78 cards in this deck. 78. This story could have felt any way it wanted to. Right after that Page of Pentacles is the Two of Wands, but it came out in reverse. The way I see it, or the way I feel it, when she was trying to do this, maybe she was taking these paths, or she was sitting there thinking about which path am I going to go, or where am I going to go. She was looking at all the places she could go, but maybe she felt like she was being watched. Maybe she felt like she was being watched, or maybe she felt like she couldn't go down the path because she was being watched. The way it feels for me in this moment is like, imagine you have an idea about where you're going. I got it. I know where I'm going to go. So you're going to go there, but then you're like, Steven keeps calling me. Why is Steven on my ass? Why is Steven looking for me? Like she couldn't find peace because she couldn't go on the path that she wanted to go alone by herself to discover whatever she was trying to discover, because she always felt like she was being watched. The Two of Wands. Look at the Two of Wands. There's this person standing there watching all these TVs. At one time, it's like they can see somebody's whole entire life and what's going on in it. Again, there's 78 cards, and this is how the cards landed. But here's the thing, though. The Two of Wands ended up in reverse. So it's almost like it's telling me that, yeah, maybe she felt like she was being watched and she knew it, but she was trying to throw this person off. Like she was, oh man, the light just blinked. Confirmation. It's like she was trying to throw this person off. Like she was like, maybe she told them, I'm going to go to Arizona, but then she go to California. It's like she was trying to throw this person off and she couldn't fucking believe how this person kept finding her. She couldn't believe it. So what I did was clarify 3 of these cards with regular tarot cards. This is where it gets really interesting. The Hermit. I got the Queen of Swords. Even though Mica might have felt like she was alone and she might have felt like nobody sees her or whatever, or that her life is a wreck, no matter about that, she was still beautiful, and she was like this person that was hard to fuck over. The card I got for that was the Queen of Swords. This is somebody that can be loving, can be on your side, but at the same time, if you cross them, they can fuck you up. If you do something to make them not feel good, they can rip a hole in your ass, basically. What I mean by that is like, yes, she was a loving person, but don't get on her bad side. She was a Queen of Swords. Come in, I will show you love, that's fine. But if you came in with negative energy, she don't have a problem giving you negative energy back. But it's going to come from a godly place. That was Mica. Don't know her, but that is how she's showing me, or that is how the energy is showing me how she was. When I go to that Page of Pentacles, I got a Queen of Wands, and then I got the Hangman in reverse. This is where I feel like this is her husband. I'm going to be real with you. This Queen of Wands, it could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or they could just move in this energy. This is somebody that is passionate about things, very sexual passionate, but they don't chase anybody. They think they look so good. They think they're so beautiful. They don't have to chase. That's this person. And this person is looking at Mica, and they're like, hey, Mica, I want to offer you something. I want to take this relationship off of pause, and I want us to start again. That's what her husband was saying to her. As Mica sat there and was like, I'll listen to you, but if you come closer, I will cut you the fuck off. Her husband's like, Mica, I'm beautiful. I'm not going to chase you. You got me fucked up. We're not chasing you. I'm not chasing you, Mica. I'm not going to do that because I'm beautiful. Now, what we can do is take this relationship out of pause and get back together. That was her husband. But from what I'm seeing, Mica didn't want that. But the thing is, maybe Mica sort of communicated with this person because, again, it was her husband at one point in time, right? And the reason I say she would communicate with this person is because she is in this Queen of Swords energy. It's not completely hate. It's more like, I hate you, but I love you. So we can still communicate a little bit, right? But we're not getting back together. Her husband felt like he could manipulate her. Her husband moves in a feminine energy as well, which is probably why these two didn't work. Because the way this world works is one energy needs to be a masculine and the other energy needs to be a feminine. It doesn't matter if it's 2 males or 2 women. One needs to be a masculine and one needs to be a feminine for the plug to work. He didn't want to be a masculine, apparently. He needed somebody to take care of him. He's begging her, maybe not even so much begging, but he's saying, we should get back together. I want to present this small offer to you to show you that I'll change and make everything work. And Michael's sitting there and she's like, nope. And then in his mind, he felt like Mica was going out to find something else. She's going to leave me and she's going to write me a letter saying that we'll never get back together. That's how he felt in his mind as he's sitting there trying to get her to come back and take this relationship off of pause. Now we get into this 2 of Wands. This is where his spying comes in. He was spying on her because he wanted to heal it. That's exactly what it's telling me. He was spying on her, or he sent somebody else to spy on her because he wanted to heal it. She did not. When she found him trying to spy on her, when she would go places and he would find her after she told him the wrong information, she would get pissed. That's when some would say she would get a little bit of immature. She would start running her mouth, getting pissed off because she knows that this person is trying to heal it. And she's trying her best not to because she doesn't want to heal it. He saw that, and I don't think he liked it. But the thing about it is, her not being able to keep her location from this person for so long, it almost started making her feel like, I should just give up. I should just heal it with this person. They're never going to go away. She started getting into this immature energy of like talking back and talking down on this person because she's tired of this person finding her. But then she get to a point where she's like, this is going to be my whole life. Maybe I should just heal it with this person and just make this work. In the back of her mind, she's like, no, fuck that, no. But she's blocking that off, but she's looking at the healing like, I don't think I'm ever going to have my peace. Maybe I should just go back. Maybe the time was too slow for him, which is why we're here right now in this moment. Who knows? I'm not saying him as if he did it. I'm saying him as if she did it to herself, it was because of him. Him playing in her head him making her go crazy, him making her feel like she can't get away from him always popping up when she gave him the wrong location. It was making her psychological fuck up. She was always in her head. She was a Pisces. She was a giver. She was emotional. She was here to take care of you, but you turned her to somebody that stayed in her head and she couldn't get out. So even if he didn't make her do it, he still should be charged because he gave her the ideal to do it. It's almost like pushing somebody to do something because Mica was already sitting on the bus alone and feeling like she wanted more out of life. And she was like, I'm going to go somewhere and get more out of this. You stayed in her mind telling her, we need to get back together. We need to get back together. I'm going to do this. You're not going to do this. We're going to get back together. I'm going to spy on you. You told me you were in St. Fort, Arkansas, but now you're in California. That's bullshit. He was doing shit like that. She felt like she couldn't get away. What is he thinking? What is he thinking? What is he thinking? He's just a horny motherfucker. He might be a pastor that is like, oh, I'm a pastor and I'm preaching to you guys, but he's still a human. He thinks about sex more than he thinks about Christ, I promise. That's why he wanted her back so bad. He kept thinking about her body, kept thinking about her breasts, kept thinking about shit like that. Every time it makes me want to say, fuck him. That's what it makes me want to say, fuck him. What was she thinking? She knew it. The Four of Cups. She felt like either he's going to drive me to drink myself to death or he's going to drive her and kill me. That's how he made her feel. On the Page of Swords, I got the Hangman. And there was this family looking at this woman being hung upside down. So imagine being the person that's spying on this woman that don't want you. So you sit there and you come up with this idea of, I'm going to take this woman away. I'm going to take this person away from their family. I'm going to take this person. I did not want it to get here. All I'm doing is pulling the cards off the top. I gave it the benefit of doubt by saying if he didn't do it, he made her do it by messing up her psychological. But when I see this, I'm sorry, but I'm starting to believe maybe he had a hand in it. Because this Page of Swords is thinking to themselves as they're spying on her and they know they can't get this to heal. They feel like it's almost healing. We're almost there, but it's not happening fast enough. I feel like I'm breaking her down, but it's not happening fast enough. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take her away from her family. That's what the Page of Swords was thinking, because he got immature as well. It wasn't happening for him, so he got immature. When she got into that energy, he would get into that energy, because then he felt like she wasn't healing. And once he got into that energy, that's when she started thinking to herself, maybe I should heal it. Maybe I should fix this. What came out on that Nine of Wands was the Wheel of Fortune. It didn't happen fast enough. When you look at that Wheel of Fortune, you see a man holding a gun, aiming it at a woman who's holding a cigarette. When I think of that, I think of this woman who just needs a break from all of this. I'm so tired. I can't go on with this anymore. See, but this man is holding his gun, telling her, trust me. I'm going to shoot that cigarette out your mouth. She wasn't moving fast enough. I want you to come back now. You need to come back now. You need to come back now. She's not coming back. It got to a point where he's like, she's not coming back. She's not coming back. I need to do something. If I can't have her back, if I can't heal this. The healing didn't heal. It's sideways. It's stagnant. It never got to heal. When you look, why didn't it get to heal? Why didn't it go up to get to heal? Because there's a man shooting a woman. Am I saying he did it? That's up to you to decide. Do I feel like he did it? Fuck yeah, I do. What you decide, it's what you decide. I'm just a messenger. The choice is yours.